Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Christine, and if you're new here today, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be painting a very large dresser. I stepped out of my comfort zone and purchased a paint color that I normally would not use, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, and you'll have to comment below and let me know what you think of the color. I think I like it in the end. I also stained the top, so let's get started. Here's a look at the dresser that I'll be making over today. It's quite a large, older style dresser. It's very sturdy and actually in pretty good shape. There's not a lot of repairs I need to make on this. They've painted the top and the sides, and what the camera is not picking up for some reason is there is glitter everywhere. And I think it must have been part of the paint, but I'll be sanding that down. A couple of the drawers need some repair so that they glide a little easier. There's some cracks and gouges like this one here. They just need to be repaired. You can see it's not real wood underneath, which is fine because we'll be painting this piece. And then this hardware, I actually really like these older style hardware. They have a lot of character to them. They've painted these ones. Hopefully I can clean them up and restore them to their original condition. The drawers inside are in pretty good shape. They just need a little cleaning. So first things first, I need to clean this really well and remove this hardware and see if I can restore it and sand this down so I can get it ready for painting. I decided I wanted to stain the top of this piece. So I started out with an 80 grit sandpaper just so I could remove the black paint, the glitter, and whatever protective finish that was already on top. And then once I could see that I could actually be able to stain it, I switched to a 220 and finished out there so that I could get a real smooth finish and get it ready for stain. I continued scuff sanding on the sides and the drawers with the 220 grit just to scuff them up a bit so that the paint has something to adhere to. And then I also hand sanded the drawers in some of the harder areas that the sanding machine couldn't reach. I use this plastic wood. It's stainable and paintable, and some of these cracks and gouges just to repair them, and I let it dry for a couple of hours and then go back and sand them smooth. I'll be using Behr Chalk Paint today, and the color is called Vineyard Passage. I'm curious what you guys think of this color. It's a little bit different for me. I'm kind of still on the fence about it. I haven't decided quite if I've warmed up to it or not, but I'm thinking if I put a dark wax on it, that it might deepen up the color a little bit. I'm using a small artist brush for some of these hard to get to areas. Since I'm staining the top of this piece, I'll use this artist brush to just get around the rim and give a really good clean line. I actually really enjoy painting furniture by hand. I think there's just something about watching it transform slowly in front of your eyes from old to new. I've also done a spray gun many times before in the past on furniture, but there's something that's kind of just therapeutic about painting by hand. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about, but I just really enjoy the whole process of it. this hardware on the stove for about 30 minutes, just in an old pot that we don't use anymore, and it did not break up this paint at all. So then I let it sit in a cup of hot water with vinegar for a couple of hours, and probably the combination of the two, the paint started to come off. And so I took a little Ajax and a sponge and a lot of elbow grease and just scrubbed it up really well. And you can see here that after the soaking, the paint's starting to fall off, and then after scrubbing it, you can just see this polished brass. It looks so pretty. I think I'll definitely reuse them. It's time for a second coat. So as always, for my second coat, I like to have a little bit of water nearby, either a spray bottle or a little cup, so that I can thin my paint out just to get a smoother finish. To finish off the top, I'm just using this Minwax gel stain, and I already had on hand espresso and mahogany. And I've always been drawn to mahogany for some reason. It's just such a pretty, rich color, and I thought it would complement this green really well. So I just grab a sponge brush and start to apply the stain. I did 2 full coats of stain, and I made sure to allow an hour in between so that it could dry. When applying stain, it has a tendency to kind of pool up. So I like to take the sponge brush from one edge of the furniture piece all the way to the other edge in one long stroke, just so that it's evenly distributed and has a much better finish. Then I did 2 coats of polyacrylic for a good protective finish, and it looks so pretty. That mahogany against that green, I'm really starting to see this piece come together. Polyacrylic kind of has a tendency to pull up or bubble as well, so same method with a new sponge brush. Just go from one end of the piece to the other so that you can evenly distribute it. Let's finish up this dresser with some dark wax. I think it'll just deepen up that green color. And then this hardware polished up so nicely. I'm just so thrilled. It looks so pretty. So let's finish this off. Before we take a look at the final reveal, let's just get a reminder of what the before looked like. And here is the finished dresser, and I honestly am so happy with how this turned out. I originally was a bit nervous about that green color, but I feel like the dark wax just really deepened up the color and gave it kind of an antique appearance. And then those brass knobs look so pretty against that color green. So I truly am so happy about this. And I especially love this mahogany top. It looks so beautiful. This dresser has already been sold and picked up, and I'm so happy that it has a new home. I'll be uploading a new project each week, and I would love it if you'd subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, so that you can hopefully join me back here for future projects. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope to see you back here real soon.